Hello again, guys, and this is going to be part 2 of the video about being a fresh tier 10 player, so a fresh level 225 player. So if you have not seen part 1, I'm gonna go ahead and say check that one out. It is really informative, and I go through things like why you should get a Concord, why you should get view distance weapons, how to get the adornments for those weapons and stuff like that. Now we'll be talking about the second class I think persons should be getting, and that is the Realmshiter class. And I'll briefly go over the passives and why you should get this class as you are getting stronger, especially once you reach like level 230 or so. So Bayo is good for like 225 to 230. It's actually good beyond that, but the Realmshiter provides a faster way to kill raids now, especially at 230. So you're going to want to switch over to that if you want to get your raid speeds up just a little bit more, because it still requires some decent gear, but you would have been hunting for the decent gear that Realmshiter requires with Beowulf before. So I'm just going to explain it briefly. This isn't going to be a long video. I'm going to explain the passives of Realmshiter and why I think Realmshiter is a good early tier raiding class. So Resurgence is your most powerful. I would say yes, it is your most powerful passive. And Resurgence pretty much makes you get stronger as your HP decreases in battle. So it doesn't even have to be decreasing in battle. As long as your HP is low and you're in the battle, even if it was decreased before. So say you're on the world map about to fight a world raid. Your HP doesn't have to be full to start it. And if you start it with minimal HP, you're already well within the percentage bonus that the Resurgence provides. And you get a 100% stat bonus, or is it 99% at 1 HP? Something of the sort. I'm not going to get technical, but you get a lot. You get almost double, if not double your stats at 1 HP. So you get double attack, magic, res, defense, and dexterity. Recharge allows you to land a critical hit and gain 10 to 50% of your HP and mana back from landing that critical hit. So it doesn't affect you landing the critical hit, but when you do land the critical hit, you will restore 10 to 50% of your HP or mana. And mana. So I said or because there is this thing called Blood Shift, which will make it so that the HP won't be recharged, but your mana will be recharged. But we'll speak about that when the time comes. Mystic Feather gives you a 70% dodge chance at 1 HP. So that is what you should take from that. High tenacity means that you cannot die to things that you inflicted. No. It means that you can't die to things like the Berserks or Blood Shift, which are the self-inflicted status effects. It doesn't mean that self-inflicted status effects like poison from Mimic's Mischief or cursed from Mimic's Mischief won't kill you. Those will kill you. So the wording is a bit, I don't know, but that's not what that means. So don't think that anything you have on yourself is safe. Just the Berserks and Blood Shift. Saboteur 2 is one that is useful for PvP or in stuff like dungeons, for things like the Fallen Gilgamesh, which uses ward, and it just allows you to do extra ward damage. Finally, you have Realm's Light, and that is the Realmshiter passive that gives you view distance. So that gives you an additional 20% view distance, which is awesome because you already have so much view distance, why not have more? And as I said, this is a raiding class. It requires the class Nyx to use it, to get it, to unlock it. So you need to unlock Nyx before, and you have some really good options here as an early realm shifter to kill earlier raids. You're not going to be killing anything too tough at the moment, and honestly, to make this class really tick, you're going to need another class. And this is why you got the Beowulf first, because Beowulf is going to make it so that you can, as I said, farm more freely. You're not really required to do too much. So and you will be able to save up your horns as Beowulf. So by the time you get Realmshifter, you need to also unlock Atlas Vanguard. And with Atlas Vanguard, you unlock the skill Divine Bastion. And Divine Bastion is what allows you to use your Resurgence passive with a bit of peace of mind. Because Divine Bastion is going to make it so that all the damage that you get from attacks, we're not talking about statuses, no. We're talking about physical or magic attacks, or that type of attack. And it will make it so that your ward takes that damage. So your ward taking that damage means that nothing can kill you until your ward is completely depleted. Then at that point, attacks will now hit you again. But if you have decent gear, it should be fine, because you will be a lot tankier than you were when you were at full HP or even half HP. So Divine Bastion is the one you need, and it comes from Atlas Vanguard. Once you have that, it is a pretty simple task to kill the earlier raids with a bit of decent gear, and the same gear that I recommended for early game Beo. Well, the top and the helmet, the Feyeti horns, as well as the Feyeti coat, they are pretty much essential. They give a bit of ward, and they give balance, defense, and res. So they're very good for that. With the Feyeti coat giving you mana, HP, immunity to frozen, and a little thing here and there that you will have to read on your own, because we don't got all day here to read that shit. So definitely check that out. As an early tier 10, you might not have as many critical adornments, but you're going to want to look into the critical adornments, and you're going to want to look into pets like the Chimera or the Face Chimera. So critical adornments, you're going to want to look into it because you want a critical build, or a build that is giving you more critical, because your main spell for the moment will be Realm Strikes. It will be your main spell throughout, but it is also your main spell very early in. And it gives critical damage, and your critical damage multiplier as a Realm Shifter is 2.5. So you're definitely going to want to use that a lot, especially when you hit level 235 and you have Blood Shift, which will make Realm Strikes even more effective once you are low HP and you use Blood Shift, since it will no longer be giving you back hit points. So Chimera is the one I recommend, because the Face Chimera is an event only pet, and the Chimera does exactly the same thing. He might just take a little bit longer to do it, and literally by a little bit I mean like maybe a turn longer. Because the main thing you're going to want your Chimera to do is to give you the Berserk 1 buff if you are not using the Berserk specializations. And the Berserk specializations are either Berserk, which is a good one. I like it. I really like it. It's very cheap to switch between, and it gives you 2 different Berserks for free, being Berserk 1 and Berserk 2. Or you can use the Raider specialization, which gives you Berserk 3, and that is an extremely powerful buff, and it also gives a bit of stats. It gives you 20% attack. It does lower your HP by a bit, but it gives you defense and res 2, which not that useful until you're at 1 HP, and then the 2% is a lot bigger than if you were full HP. Now, I have raiding videos for Realmshiter, so I'm not going to go into raiding. I'm just speaking about tips and pretty much stuff you want to unlock as soon as you hit 225 to 230 as a Realmshiter. Swash is good for PvP if you want to be trying to get some good stuff, so you're definitely going to want to try to just use no gear and try to realm strikes people out in there if you're trying to PvP. I also have a really good Achilles Razor that is being upgraded right now. It will be done today because I use the hammers, so I will also test those, and I will test the shade blades again. So if this video is something you want more of, or you want me to continue the progression, please leave a comment below and let me know that. If it wasn't that useful, or if you see tips, one of my hammers is still up, or wait, did I just use one hammer? Did I just use one hammer? The fuck? I use one fucking hammer, guys. Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope this was educational. I hope this helped a bit. I will go through gears for both classes in another video for Bayo and Realm, since this is the part 2. So yeah, guys, if there is anything I missed, please leave it in the comments below. I will do a better video next time to add those things. These are the things I think are important now, and you are supposed to be switching between Bayo and Realm for the most comfortable experience between the two. But as I said, these are the 2 first classes you should be buying as a tier 10. So thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves, guys.